Are non-professionally licensed individuals allowed to own a professional medical corporation in California? In today's video, I am going to talk to you about who is actually allowed to have and hold ownership in a professional medical corporation. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm the managing attorney here at Malai Law, where we help entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses without having to deal with the complicated legal forms. Our done-for-you service is backed by over 2,800 plus 5-star Google reviews, and we can help you start your business too. The purpose of these videos are to provide you with as much guidance and clarity in the beginning stages of starting a business. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. Before you start anything, make sure you speak with a professional. And so with that side note out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about who is allowed to own a medical corporation in California. What we often see most common happen in the business field is there will be two partners who are working together. One partner will specialize in the business aspect of running a business. This means being able to manage billing, being able to manage insurance, being able to handle all of the daily tasks and operations of the business. Again, that's one partner. The second partner is the MD, who holds the professional license and who is responsible for administering health services. This MD may not be so good at running the business. However, this MD is amazing at administering medical services. So in this case, person one, who specializes in business, and person two, who holds an MD license, decide to work together. This type of scenario is quite often. And whenever you see something like this, you must be aware of the restrictions California law poses on ownership of a medical corporation. Allow me to explain. What typically happens is these two individuals, a business specialist as well as a MD, will form some sort of corporation by going on LegalZoom, etc. After they form this corporation, they later find out that there's some documentation that they're not able to sign, or they don't hold certain credentials to be approved for certain insurances. In this case, they then come to us hoping that we can resolve the situation. And in California is very strict as to who's actually allowed to own a professional medical corporation. What I mean by this is there are certain professionals, there are only a select few professionals who's allowed to hold some sort of ownership in a medical corporation. A couple of these examples include an RN. An RN can hold ownership in a medical corporation, a chiropractor, etc. However, it is important to note that when forming a medical corporation with a non-professional MD, the MD must hold 51% ownership in the company. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about who's actually allowed to own a professional medical corporation. Assuming the other professional that does not hold an MD degree or license, in this case that individual would have to hold 49%, while the MD is required to hold 51% in the medical corporation. That scenario is a little bit different than what I talked about previously in the scenario that I mentioned as an example. The business person as well as the MD that want to be able to work together. How can we make this work? Let's assume that the business professional does not hold a similar license that would permit this individual to hold some sort of ownership in the medical corporation. While it may seem bleak, there is an option to consider. Because we want to find a way for both individuals to provide their services, the business person to provide their specialty in operating and managing the business, and the MD, the doctor, specializing in administering the services as well as all other treatments. Because the business individual is not able to hold ownership in the actual medical corporation, the next best option would be for the MD to form a medical corporation and to be 100% owner in that medical corporation, while the business individual forms a general corporation or maybe even an LLC, in which case they create some sort of service contract in that the business corporation will provide business services, management, operations to the medical corporation. The bottom line is, and the most important thing to note, is that when it comes to ownership of a medical corporation, individuals that do not hold a professional license, either an MD license or a similar license, is not able to invest in a medical corporation. Typically, that's what people strive to do. They see that the medical practice is a great practice and they want to be able to invest their funds. Maybe they want to be able to invest quarterly an amount of $25,000, and in return they want some sort of compensation from the actual medical corporation. This is not permitted under California law. One of the best ways to make this relationship work between the business individual as well as the doctor, the MD, is to create, again, a medical corporation for the MD, a general corporation for the business individual, and to draft some sort of service agreement where the business corporation will provide its management services to the medical corporation. If you happen to have any questions about anything that I talked about in today's video, make sure you click the link in the description box below to book your free call with a professional who can help you better understand how to start your own practice. Now, if you happen to enjoy this video, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise. If you would like to continue learning more about LLCs, businesses, online businesses, go ahead and watch one of these videos.